Well, the profit taking in the metal prices have just about continued after gaining anywhere between 45 to 95% on the higher side in last 1 year. It has been a one-way run, but now we have seen some profit taking come in the last couple of weeks, and this week in Asia also has started on a weaker note. I specifically want to talk about copper, where we have seen a 7% decline from its all-time highs on LME, where it hit $10,800 per ton, and in MCX prices 800 rupees per kg is what copper hit as an all-time highs. So 7 to 8% of a decline from those kind of numbers. The run-up had happened as the market saw huge stimulus. There was a lot of buying from China. There is this supply and demand, very tight mismatch that we are seeing in this space. And then for copper, essentially, it has been about the EV, solar panel and green technology. All of that will see a huge demand continuing for copper. Even in last year, 10% of all of copper went into electrification, and with the other segments doing quite well and newer segments coming into this space, the expectation is that you will see copper prices continue to gain in a longer term. So this decade perhaps belongs to metals, and copper will continue to lead the rally, as has been the case in last 1 year. But what is happening right now is profit taking. Because the prices had run up so much, there are some funds which seem to be liquidating some of these metal holdings. The second most important is the inflation concerns, and as they continue to build up, you will see some easing of prices happen. The third most important is the US Fed meeting minutes that has talked about tapering, on how the conversation perhaps can begin by the end of this year, and we can see some tapering also happen by the end of this year. So August, September are the months that this word perhaps would be used, even higher than that. And because copper is the key leading economic indicator, you see copper react before the actual situation happens. So if we are looking at US Fed talk about tapering in the month of August, you would have seen copper actually done with its correction on the downside by then. The other most important thing for copper is that the producers have seen very strong prices. So even as the cost of production is anywhere between $4,000 to $6,000 per ton, we have seen prices on the north of 10,000. So what these producers also have done is they have hedged their positions going forward, and that would mean that kind of a position from the futures or the hedging community would be now out. That also could lead to some profit taking. So the whole point is that on a longer term, you are looking at demand growth, which just might about continue. But for the near term, some more correction is still inevitable into the prices. And markets do believe that we perhaps are looking at levels of $9,000 also breaching for the very near term there. And that's not just the case with copper, but the other metals also could be looking at the same thing, because we have seen 7 to 8% of a decline, not just in case of copper, but zinc, nickel, aluminum, steel, iron ore. All of these commodities have come up quite strongly. But copper is our focus today, and we also have with us Nirmal Bang's Kunal Shah telling us on how he thinks that there could be some more correction continuing in case of copper. He's also bullish for a longer term, but for the near term, he also believes that there is more correction coming in, and it is still a sell side that you should maintain in copper in your trades.
The fundamental of copper doesn't seem very bright right now. Whatever positive from the demand side and from the supply side is already being priced in. We've seen the best, whatever highs we've seen recently, it seems to me top for near term, and I don't think so that prices are going to go above that. The fundamental reason behind it is that in South America, the COVID cases are coming down, and that's where major mines production have been hampered. Like you rightly pointed out, even Glencore is planning to start its mine. So for miners, if they see copper prices at $10,000 and their cost of production somewhere hovers between $4,000 and $5,000, it is going to be boon for all of them. So they are going to hedge at least their 1 year, 2 year stock at this price. And that is what is happening right now. So even though you see optimism on the global recovery front, and then too metal prices are going down. So the fundamentals of base metals doesn't look very attractive. Two reasons. One, market will sooner, start to discount the tapering, which is going to start at Federal Reserve, because clearly the US inflation data is indicating that the markets are heating up over there. It's just a matter of time. You see a positive job report from there, and the taper talks will again begin. So once the liquidity tapering starts, markets will discount that before that. So the day they announce tapering, at that time, you would see that already metal prices are down. Second thing, China is aggressively giving a clear vocal message that these higher commodity prices are not something with which they are okay with, because all the manufacturing industry, all the guys who are producing lots of goods, even the companies who are into infrastructure building, these prices are not sustainable. If steel prices are up by 50%, how the infrastructure is going to be reasonable for them? So China is going to come with a lot of measures in next coming months in order to clamp down this speculators. So what I am expecting here is that even though there will be bouts of upside, there will be bouts of bounce in the copper market, but gradually deceleration in bullish trend, gradual decline in the prices, what I'm expecting in next 3 to 4 months. So I'm expecting tapering to start somewhere between July and August, and the market will start to discount it from the month of June. In today's market, you cannot say that it cannot happen, but we believe that the likelihood of that happening is very less, because people are talking about demand. Okay, the green revolution, people are shifting towards the cleaner technology, greener technology. All these things materialize in the longer term. So for example, if US wants their pollution level to go down to the levels of 2005, that is going to take place in next 7 to 8 years. Then it doesn't mean that everyone will store copper at this rate and they will hold it. So all these reasons doesn't make sense to me, and doesn't makes me feel that so I feel that there will be bounce whenever there is a strong bull market which is going on. You will see some bounce in this market, but I think for the year the bullish trend is over. And during October, November, the copper which is trading on Indian MCX at 750, you will see that going down by 690 to 675. You see LME, it will go down to 8,000, 8,500. So I see gradual deceleration. That is the right word I'm using. And I'm not very bullish from second half point of view for industrial metals.